Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. First of all, let me wish you all a very happy new year. May this year be full of happiness, joy, good health and lots of peace for all of you. I also want to thank all of you for all your likes, your subscriptions and your shares. The response has been very encouraging and humbling. Thank you so much all of you. Okay, so let's move on to today's video, which would be the concluding part of understanding yourself. So we know that we are special and we are unique, right? We are special because there was a need for us to be born. And the need was to touch every life that we come into contact with love, with warmth and caring. And that becomes our life's purpose. Right, I'll do another video on how exactly you can go about it. So we know that there was a need for us to be born and we have a life's purpose to fulfill that need, and we also know that we are unique. Okay, so we are all very different. We have different likes, we have different dislikes, we have different loves, we have different hates. That is superficial, but if you go deep down, we all have different value systems. We think differently, we react differently, our natures are different. So we are actually completely unique, right? And when we understand that, the basis of understanding who we are is also to understand and respect that each one of us is special as well as unique. Okay, so I need to keep that in mind every time I interact with anybody, be it my child, be it my elders, be it my boss, be it my subordinates, or even friends. Okay, so each one of us is special, each one of us is unique, and that forms the basis of understanding yourself as well as understanding others and having better bonds and relationships and mutual respect. Okay, so now you'll say, I know I am special and I'm unique and everybody else is too. Now what? Okay, we are also one important thing. While being special and unique, we are also powerful. Yes, we are powerful. And I don't mean the physical power, the power that is programmed into us by the divine when he creates us. So each one of us is powerful. You are powerful. I am powerful. Now, what do I mean by powerful? It's the most important quality that he has given us, an attribute that is so special, and that is the power to think. That's power number one. There are five powers. This is the power number one, is we have the power to think. We are superior to a lot of excuse me, other living beings because we have the power to think. When we have this power, we also have the second power, which is the power to look at what options I have, what are the solutions. So if there is a problem that I have the power to think about the problem and look at what solutions are there, what are the options available for me. And then I have the power number three, which is to analyze these powers, these solutions. The third power number three is I have the power to analyze what are the consequences if I choose this option. What will happen if I choose this option? Should I go in for this or should I go in for that? That option, to choosing that option, analyzing that option is your power number three. And then you have the power number four, where you think about the problem, you have looked at the solutions, and then you have analyzed based on the consequences which decision you need to take. That's the power number 4. We have the power to make a decision, to choose one of those options that are going to give you better results. And the most important power, power number 5, that is the power to act on it. Once you've taken a decision, to act on it. That is the most important power. Because you may be thinking about me, but you don't give me a call, or neither do you come and meet me. So if you don't take an action over it, that power of thinking has no value. So if the power of thinking is only profitable, or it's only beneficial, or it's useful only when you act on it. Because when you act on something that you have thought about in such details, right? From looking at the problem, approaching the problem, thinking about how and what options you are having. Then you weigh these options. What do I do? What happens if I do this? What happens if I do that? Or how will she react if I choose this option? If I say this to her? And then you choose the correct one. So you've made a decision, and then you act on it. We talked about our thinking patterns, okay? And some set thinking patterns give us the same negative result every time. That is because we have not used this power of thinking that we are blessed with. It's programmed into us when the Creator has created us. Each one of us has this power. If we don't think about how we can better our lives, we are going to continue living the way we are. We are not going to have any better result, because you've not approached it and not done anything different to give you a better result. So people who think, why me? Why does this happen to me? Why do I get rejected in the job interviews every time? Why do I always face problems between friends? Why do friends dump me? Etc. etc. Is because, even this is for financial things, why do I fall into a financial trouble every time? Is because you've not utilized this inherent power which is just latent there in each one of us. It just needs to be decoded, tapped and brought out. Because when you sit down to think, you will get options. You will have to utilize this power to weigh those options, to decide which one to take based on the consequences each option will have. And then you have to act on it. If you take out a shirt from your wardrobe and say you wear it only for 10 minutes, go out, buy some vegetables and come back. Now, it's not that bad that you can reuse it, right? You re-wear it. So what do? You fold it and you put it back. But the ideal way would have been what? You iron it properly and then you put it back. What do? We fold it along the creases. The creases are our set patterns of thinking, which have worked earlier in a different situation. But we continue to follow the same patterns because it's easy. We are either lazy or we have lots of excuses ready. I don't have the time. I'll do it next time. Whatever. Okay? But we fall into the same patterns every time we are faced with a problem. We go looking for the solution which was applicable at that time in a different situation, but you used it. Even if the situation may have been same, you have grown. The problem may be slightly different. You cannot use the same solution. You need to reuse this power every time you're faced with a problem. But it's easy to go into that set pattern of thinking. What is easy? What is comfortable? What is done with? It may be your own experience, or it may have been somebody else's experience and a set pattern of thinking which you have inculcated. If you follow the same, you're going to get the same result. If you want a better life in all aspects of your life, things to be better, you have to change the pattern of thinking. You have to do something better. Then you'll get better results. You go to a restaurant. You sit down at a table, the waiter will get you a menu card. Okay? Now, depending on the time of the day, depending on how hungry you are or thirsty you are, depending on the resources available to you, how much money you have, and depending on what you want to eat, the emotions, you'll order something, right? Now, you get the order, you eat it or drink it, you either enjoy it or you've not enjoyed it. Every table has the same menu, the same menu card. It's not different for anybody. Similarly, life offers each one of us the same set of attributes, the same strengths, and the same weaknesses. What you choose, how you choose, when you choose, and act on that decides what you get out of it. The menu card is the same for all of us. What we choose to make out of it, what we choose to have, is what decides what you're going to enjoy it or you're not going to enjoy it. There are countless examples of people who have fought, struggled through difficult times, difficult situations, difficult families, excuse me, and risen and evolved to be better human beings. And not done something selfish, but done something better for the humanity. You have a Manji who carved a road out of a mountain single-handedly because he went through some difficult times where his wife passed away because there was no road. So one person can do it, we can all do it. There are countless examples where extreme adverse situations, people have come out of it and made something, created something better for themselves. If only we decide to use this power that we are blessed with. If we don't use this power, we are only going through the motions of life. So how are we going to fulfill that need? Even we may be doing a little bit of it, but that is not adding value. It's not really the purpose why you were born. So if we have to rise up, if we have to evolve as human beings, as living people, as persons, we have to think differently. We have to think, how can I add more value to something? Only then is my life, my being here worthwhile. Say you have a old aging parent, a sick parent. You may be the dutiful daughter, dutiful son. You're taking care of their food, shelter, clothing, medicines, and a maid, and all those things. But can you add more value to that relationship? Can you make his last days, can you make his end of his life any better? If only you use this power to think. Suppose you approach this problem in a different way. Excuses, you'll find plenty. Oh, I go very early in the morning, I come back very late, I'm tired, I have so many pressures, this, that, etc. But if you want to make a change, if you want to be a better human being and add value to every life that you touch, so in the role of a child, in the role of a son or a daughter, if you just use this power to think, what more can I do other than the things that I'm already doing to make his life better, to make our relationship better, to make his life more comfortable? What is it that he needs in addition to what is already being given? Can I spend half an hour with him, just him and me, nobody else from the family in between? Just listen to his ramblings of all the past days. Listen without saying, I've heard it before. No. But can we just sit down, maybe read a chapter of a book that he wants to read? Read a chapter every day. If he is fit to walk around, can you take him for a walk? Just you and him, even if there is a maid. Just you and him for that half an hour. Can you, if he is not able to walk, can you take him on a wheelchair and You're probably singing his favorite songs by him. Maybe sit down and listen to songs that he likes, or the programs that he likes to watch on TV. Sit down and watch those with him. Is that, maybe call his friends over, his schoolmates, his batchmates, his workmates, and just have a get together for him. Call your family, have a get together, surprise him. Don't tell him, and have a surprise party. That is adding value to every life that we touch. That is what I mean by this is the reason why you're born. It's not just to give food, shelter, clothing, and medicines. This is the touch that you can add. This is the warmth and this is the love that you can add. You may find excuses. Oh, I stay in a different city. My mother is in a different city. I can't take leave every time and go. But whenever you do go, how do you approach being with her? Do you spend quality time with her? Do you give her the positivity? Sometimes it's only necessary to just listen. Do you do that? Or you have X number of excuses ready? Because there will be excuses. We are all busy. We are all stressed out. Yes. But the point to be evolved is when you are able to add that extra X factor that people talk about. This is what you bring to the table. This is what you add to the relationship. You may be a parent with a school-going child, and normally one of the parent takes leave and attends PTAs or annual gatherings or sports events or whatever. But can you approach it differently? Can we do something together as parents? Can we both go sometimes together to attend those functions? What is it that you will be giving your child? You'll be showing that we value you equally as much as we value our jobs. That is the value that it's going to be with him, and he's going to carry it forward when he grows up and becomes a parent. That is what touching lives means. You're doing everything as a parent, I'm sure. It's just when you need to add these special things that you are doing for your child. There may be special father-child times that you need to decide. There should be special mother-child times that you decide, and you act out different things with the child because you're adding value only then. This is what we call sanskar. This is what we call making your child cultured. You're giving so much more values, so many different types that you can add value to your child's life. Any relationship, if you have a problem with your boss, you don't get along, you need to approach it. Use this power to think that what is it that makes him every time he says no to every new idea that I bring on the table. So what is it that I'm doing wrong? If I look at it and then I realize, okay, maybe I'm not researching it enough, or maybe I'm not putting it in a nice way across to him. Maybe the time of the day when I talk to him is wrong. You need to approach it in a different way. You'll find different solutions which you need to weigh and see, if I do this, what is going to happen? If I do that, what is going to happen? And then decide on something and take action on that. Because if you are not proactive, you're not going to see better results. You're not going to have a better 2020 or the coming decade or the following life. We need to look at every problem in using the power to think, because we are blessed with this. We are superior beings because of this latent power that is there. Only it needs to be tapped and brought out. What is easy is to just go with the flow. Is just spending it one day, morning and night, and that's over. Next day, morning, night, it's over. But is there anything that I can add value? Is never thought about. My friend doesn't call me, I'm not going to call him. Why not make the effort? What happens if I call him? What happens if he doesn't call me? It's okay. But what if I call? If I decide today I'm going to call this person, tomorrow I'm going to call that person, I stay in touch. Don't bring egos into this. Okay, so it all depends on using this power to think, to make your life better. You're not going to sit cribbing, my friends don't call me, unless you make that effort. Why not you make the effort to call them for a change? And you probably will get a call tomorrow from somebody else. So we need to use this power, which is so important, and we are blessed with it. Each one of us is blessed with. If only we sit down to look for a solution, we will find a solution. My mother-in-law doesn't like me wearing jeans, so I can never wear it. But I'll crib about it. Can I approach that problem in a different way? Can I approach the problem head on? Do I have any alibis? Do I have any support within the family who will support me if I have to talk to her? Will they put a word across to me? Different ways in which you can approach the problem. Rather than sitting and cribbing and blaming. Because we find 100 excuses to blame something or someone. And we don't achieve that result because we have not tapped the power which is so very there in us. So let's stop finding excuses. Let's stop blaming anybody. Let's be proactive and let's use this power that we are blessed with to think, to look at different solutions which are available to you, to weigh them, to analyze them, look at what the consequences of each one of those solutions will be, then to choose one solution out of it this time. Maybe if that doesn't work, next time you choose another one, and then you actually act on that. Because if you only think about it and you don't act, it has no value. So you need to think and then you need to act. And this is not in big problems. This is in everyday life. This is in every role in life that you play, be it personal, be it professional. If only you use the power to think, your actions are going to be better and you'll get better results and you will feel a better, empowered person. Let's look forward to how we can approach these issues, and I'll be doing a video following this regarding the different issues and how do we approach them. Okay, I wish you all a very happy new year once again, and continue watching. Please like, subscribe and share, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you.